high ink drinkers. Sorry it's been so long. We've had a lot of personal health issues as well as family health issues and deaths and things like that. And then I also started a new job, so it's been a little while. But I've had this idea brewing for a while. I was going to do it for last October, didn't get the chance because I didn't have the equipment. Still don't have the proper equipment that I wanted. And it's also a little bit early, but I figured I'd do it for the whole season of like fall, so through September through November, so a spooky video. What we're going to be doing today is the reason we're in the cemetery. We're going to be ghost hunting. I've got a ghost meter, and I have something called Spirit Talker, which shows you, like, supposedly ghosts can talk to you through it. It picks up the waves, magnetic waves of the spirit, and they can talk to you through it. And what I'm going to be doing is whatever words are picked up on here, we'll pick so many, we'll do kind of like a little ghost hunting, I guess you could say. And whatever words I pick up, I will pick a book correlating to that word. Alright, so I'm going to turn the ghost meter on. That's what it sounds like. Obviously, if it goes off, set that right here. So that's it. And let's start the Spirit Talker. Let's see if anything comes through. I'll turn the volume up so you guys can also hear it. Disgust. I don't know why you couldn't hear that very well, but... Disgust. Oh, there we go. Disgust. Okay. What are we disgusted about? Are you disgusted that I'm sitting in the cemetery ghost hunting? Just came here to talk to you. I was hoping that you could help me pick out a few books. You guys probably heard it, but that's the word that popped up. Hopefully you guys can see that. If not, it's okay. Does anybody want to talk to me? The cemetery in particular. Hiding. The cemetery is known to be haunted. I looked up like famous haunted places near me, and this one in particular is haunted, which is weird because normally cemeteries aren't, at least in my opinion. But yeah, it's known to be haunted, supposedly. I don't know why or what the reason is. I probably should do some more research on that. But yeah, it was on one of the most haunted cemeteries in Idaho, places in general in Idaho. I know there's spirits here. Whether or not you guys believe in them, I thought this would be fun. But according to the internet, this is haunted, so I know you guys are here.
I just heard something.
You heard something?
Yeah, I
What
did.
you hear?
Like a buzzing sound back here.
Yeah, we'll have to listen for things like that. I don't know if it'll be as active because it's not at night. We decided to do this during the day so you guys could actually see me.
No trespassing.
And, well...
That's what they have posted. It's posted on it.
So, we have to do it during the day. Sorry. But I know you guys are here. Do you want to say anything? Do you want to help me pick out some books? I'm going to use your words. And I will correlate it to a book. And pick that book for the fall. Or if you just have a message and want to say something. Jason. Is that your name? I wonder whose gravestone is this?
No.
Should I stand up and look? Let's go see what the gravestone is. Sure. Arlie and Ethel. Rethif. I don't see a Lowful. I don't see a Jason. That doesn't mean that there isn't a Jason here, but as you can tell, it would take a long time to find that. So, I don't want to go through each headstone right now, I'm sorry. Look at that weird one down there. Is that like a memorial?
Let's get in the shade so I can see the camera.
Please.
Please move back. Do I see that? I don't think I can see that, but it's there.
Please move back from where? Normally you guys talk to me all the time. I can sit in my bedroom and you guys pop off with all kinds of stuff. Did you not want me near that headstone over there? The bench over there that we were just pointing at. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. The bench. There is a bench over there. I think the editor showed, my cameraman showed you guys that. There's a bench next to like that weird looking plaque. And I was asking whether it was like a headstone or something. That's what you want me to move back from? You don't want me to go near the bench?
I will. Interesting.
Relates. I don't, that I know of, have any family members here.
Well, is that for a book? You said you're going to correlate what they say to a book. Is that what they were trying to say for you to get a book, maybe? Water. Something to do with water.
You're related.
There is a sprinkler going off behind us.
There are farm sprinklers going off over there. And behind us. I don't know if that's what they are referring to. As far as we are related, I'm not sure. You wanting me to find a book related to Jason? Is that what you're... I wonder, McKeon, there's a Mills right there. We're not technically related to Mills, but we have...
We kind of are, actually.
Yeah.
It's a mom's side.
Are we talking to a Mills?
Hey, Joseph, that's what I said was similar to Jason.
You're right. Were you trying to say Joseph?
Nicholas.
Now a Nick.
I don't always necessarily, when words pop up fully, I think sometimes it just spits out names. But that is weird, the Jason thing. There's a few Mills here, I don't know. We'll have to look at the names afterwards and maybe take some pictures if it correlates to any of these names. You pause it. It's me. Sorry. It did say I don't like talking. You pause the camera for just a minute to save some time on the camera we got. Listen to it. Why don't you like talking? I was just saying I wish that you talked to me, and that's what I said. We'll pause the camera again for a minute. We'll come back if something else pops up. Okay, so we walked around for a little bit. We got a few more words. Probably do a little bit more before we go home, and then we're going to go back, and we're going to choose some books based off words we got. So I'll see you then.
That beat.
Really working.
It beeped and said this is really working.
Ghost meter went off. I don't know if you guys caught
I hope that picked up in the audio. Go ahead and
Anyway,
close out.
I'll see you back at the house. Okay, so we did get a few more words as we walked around. We didn't have quite enough time left on the camera. We got some weird things that happened. We whistled and something whistled back at us, which is really spooky. Could have been anything, but it weirded us out. Anyways, we did get some words. The first one was many have died here. And I thought that would be a great one for the hunger. If you don't know what this is about, it is about the Donner Party, or it's a reimagining of the Donner Party. And if you don't know what the Donner Party is, it's about a group of LDS people that went on trek to try to get to Zion. These people tried to take the easier way, the quicker way out, rather than the path that was suggested, and they end up getting stuck in a giant snowstorm. They end up having to eat each other. So this is kind of a retelling on that. So there's that one. For, again, the word, so that's what this was for the word, many have died here. The next one we got, which you guys heard, was water. And I thought this would be a really good one for that. Lake. Maybe I'm stretching it, but lake's edge. I honestly don't know a whole lot about this. It gives me Crimson Peak vibes. I know that she arrives at a mansion and discovers that they're not alone. The estate is visited by the Lord under a sinister deity who lurks in the ink-black waters of the lake. Rowan is bound to the Lord under the desperate to break the curse that binds him to the lake, slowly corrupting him from the inside. So it sounds good, and I thought that would fit that one really well. Okay, the next word we got was the house, and I thought a good book for that was House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson. This is about a girl who's really in desperate need. She's down on her luck, and she sees in a new newspaper clipping that someone is in need of a blood maiden. So she takes up this offer, and that's all I really know about it. If you don't know what a blood maiden is, it's somebody that provides blood for someone else to drink. So it's sort of like a vampire-esque book, which is perfect for the fall. The next word we got is Empire, oddly enough. A little bit of a stretch, but we chose The Kingdom of Back by Marie Lu. This is about Mozart and his sister. If you don't know, he and his sister had an imaginary world that they had come up with together when they were a child, and this is about their world that they had dreamt up in real life as a child, if that makes sense. So I'm very excited to read this. It's not spooky or anything, but it has that very whimsical feel that will be a nice little break in between some of the scarier books. It will be a palate cleanser, essentially. The next word we got was innocent, which what's more innocent than a child? So we chose Everlost by Neil Shusterman. Again, I don't know a whole lot about this. I just know that a lot of people like Neil Shusterman. I don't think I've read any of his books yet, and I kind of want to keep it that way. I want to go into this one kind of blind. I know that they're in a world that's filled with places that no longer exist. It's magical, but it's also very, very dangerous. And that's pretty much all I know about it. But I think that'll be a good kind of eerie middle grade book to read. Another word that we got was Children Want to Speak. I chose Deep and Dark and Dangerous by Mary Downey Hahn. I know I've only read one of her other books called Wait Till Helen Comes, which I really, really enjoyed. This is about a family. I think they move. There are two girls that are sisters, and they are claiming that a girl named Teresa had drowned, I believe, in a lake or something nearby. So I thought that was very fitting, and that her spirit has come back. And I don't know, I think this will be a fun one. Sorry if I'm struggling to describe some of the ones. I don't really know what they're about, some of them. Another word we got is It's Time to Be Careful, which, what better to be careful of than Bloody Mary? Who hasn't been scared of Bloody Mary at some point in their life, right? Again, I think this is just a typical Bloody Mary story. It's called The Summoning by Hilary Monahan, which I love this book. Look at the dust jacket underneath, or the hardback underneath the dust jacket. I think that's so cool. So it's got some pretty art underneath. But yeah, it says that, so this is about, again, like I said, basically a Bloody Mary retelling. These girls are really excited to do Bloody Mary. They're very thrilled by it. And my understanding is that she actually comes through the mirror and is very, very revengeful for whatever happened to her, and it's the main character's job to figure out. Essentially, it's for her to figure out why she became Bloody Mary in the first place. Next word we got is I'm Afraid to Talk. So I chose The Rules of Vanishing by Kate Alice Marshall. I haven't read anything by her yet, but I'm very, very excited to. I've had this one on my TBR for years, so it's about time I get to it. I know it's about a girl that goes missing, and her sister is following this podcast talking about the disappearance and the clues and the investigation around it. And finally, the sister goes in after her, and then the podcast follows her as well, if I remember right. And they believe that it's a witch in the forest that is taking all these people. So very, very interesting sounding. The last word we got is disgust, and I thought that would be perfect for this monstrous thing by Mackenzie Lee. I know the author has since gotten some slack since this was published, but I've had this on my TBR for a long time, and I'm still interested in reading it. But I thought that this would be great because it's a Frankenstein retelling. What's more disgusting than the creature from Frankenstein? Again, it's a retelling. So yeah, a boy shadows, or a boy dies, and he tries to bring his sweetheart back to life. And let's see. It says Alstar does the unthinkable. He brings Oliver back from the dead. Putting back together a life is more difficult than mending bones and adding clockwork pieces. So it's kind of about putting back the relationship back together, that it's way harder than actually bringing him back. So it's eerie. I think it's kind of a love story, and I think it'll be touching as well. I personally think, as far as the author goes, I don't condone what she did, but a lot of her books are still fantastic books, very well loved books. It's not like I went out and bought this recently. I've had this since before any of that happened, and I want to be able to have the opportunity to read it. So I'm not supporting the author. I want to be able to separate the art from the artist, if that makes sense, and read a beautiful book that I've had on my shelf for almost 9 years. So that being said, there's that. Anyway, that's the video for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I know it was a little different. I wish I could have done things a little differently too. Maybe we'll do a different version of it in October, where with a better camera, where we can actually take you guys like ghost hunting with us around. Maybe we can take you back there again at night. I thought that there was a restriction on it, but I guess there is not. And we can do some actual ghost hunting with the ghost meter, so you guys can catch the correlation. Like we heard tapping on the trees, and it told us not to go to the bench, so we walked over there and we started getting communication. Yeah, McKean heard my brother heard something behind him, and then I asked if we could feel them. And then I also got, said that I felt something at the same time. Right before it said that, it said, "Can you feel me?" I was like, "Yes, I can feel you touching my leg and my arm." And McKean looked down, and I have 3 fingerprints on my legs, which he did take a picture of. Hopefully you guys will be able to see that in there. But point being, hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully we'll be able to do a better version of this next time, with better camera. You guys might be able to follow me around a little better and listen to the footage and catch things that we are actually catching too, rather than just picking up the voice box. So better equipment in general. So either way, hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click the bell notification so you get notified every time that I post. Thanks, guys.